Hello, welcome to Midnight Messages. My name is Stacy, and I'm going to be doing a reading today. I think we're going to do a twin flame check-in. Yeah. Let's go for a twin flame check-in right now. What is a twin flame check-in? Well, for status, we're just gonna see what's going on with the twin flame collective energies. That's what we're gonna do. And twin flame is just a word. It's just a label. You could call it soulmate. You could call it divine counterpart. You could call it your twin soul. Most of the time this will be a romantic partnership, but it does not always have to be about romance and that kind of love. Unconditional love is the basis of a twin flame connection. So what you should be learning in a twin flame connection is how to unconditionally love the other person. More specifically, how to unconditionally love yourself. So, let's see what's going on. What's on and popping with this twin flame collective. We've got so many people on this channel that are into the twin flame readings. And I get it. You want the check-ins. You want to know what's going on with your divine person. I get it. There's probably no contact. You're like, oh my God, what's going on? I have no idea. Are they still doing their old sneaky stuff? What's going on? I just want to know if they're okay. And we're going to find that out today. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Wow. And as you guys know, I tend to do the connective energies last. Really? Okay. And then the energies that connect the divine feminine and the divine masculine. What is the energy? Yeah, that makes sense. And of course, on the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups, which is what everyone pretty much aims for in the divine connection, in their divine connection. So, right now, divine masculine is, in the recent past, he was fighting with himself about the death of his own ego. He was literally having an internal battle with himself about killing himself. And I don't mean like unaliving himself. I mean, he was having an internal battle with himself about a part of him dying. Because when your ego dies, when you're going through an ego death, that is part of you dying. A very big part of you, because a lot of people identify more with their ego than they do with their higher self at this point in life. In the evolution of the world, most people are in an egoic state of mind. They are not in a higher state of mind. They are in a material state of being, not a vibrational state of being, not a pure unconditional love state of being. So he was literally going through an ego death and fighting with himself about it. And then he got a message. And it came in really fast. And intellectually, he's making a decision currently. Because that message came in fast and out of nowhere. So he's currently making a decision about it. And these cards are going to be clarifiers for both. And right now, the Divine Feminine, well, she had the world at the palm of her hands in the past. And she was opening up to having the whole entire world, and she was letting down her guard, and then all of a sudden now she's back in hangman mode and quickly advocating for herself. And then in the future, it's looking like she's going to be putting down some burdens in the front of a king who can handle her life. Alright, the connecting energies, we'll get to those in a minute. Now we need some clarifiers. Can we clarify the Divine Masculine right now? What is going on? He's currently trying to like up level himself because like I said, he was stuck in his ego, and he had to literally like force that ego to die. Yeah. So, yeah, he was trying to compromise with himself and with the situation, but the compromise wasn't happening. And like I said, that ego had to die. The ego had to go because his ego was what was standing in the way of everything. It was standing in the way of him advancing. It was standing in the way of him finding true love. It was standing in the way of him recognizing true love. It was standing in the way of him embracing his own self-love. His ego was standing in the way of every positive breakthrough that he was trying to make. And then he was trying to compromise about it, like, oh, but if I continue doing this, then eventually blah, blah, blah will come around. Well, it looks like someone came in with a message to Divine Masculine about something, and he's like, oh, I exist again. Instead of... because he went through that ego death, and now he's like, oh, yeah, I was a horrible person. I did some horrible shit. But in the future, I want to step in a place where I'm not torn in two. And I can fully love myself and the people around me and share my wealth with those around me. And honestly, the Divine Feminine is working on herself. She is working on herself. She is creating a new world for her and the people around her and the people that are in her life. But right now, she's kind of hanging. She's hanging out. What is going on? Give me some clarifiers for the Divine Feminine now, please. But she's not hanging around inactively. Like, she's hanging around trying to make something happen. And I just dropped like 8 cards on the floor. That's a lot. I'm not taking all of this. Sorry. But she's actively trying to make something happen. So it looks like she's hanging around and she ain't doing much. But behind the scenes, she's putting in the work. She's putting in the effort. She's healing. She's in this mode because she's resting and she's recovering and she is recouping. And she is going over what she's lost and what she can gain. She's going over the past. She's taking stock of what she has lost and what she has gained. Currently, that's what she's doing. Yeah, see, I told you she was opening up to the possibilities. Now she's becoming whole and complete with herself. And yeah, see, she's suppressing her sorrow because she needs to lay her burdens down. She needs to put her burdens down and come to the King of Wands free. No more suppressed emotions, no more how do you say it? No more trivial pursuit. No more fakeness. She's coming to the King clear of mind, clear of heart, and the King is coming to her filled with love. So what happened in the past, they're both healing. They're both on their own separate healing journey right now. Between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. They are both on their own separate healing journeys right now. And the combining energies at first, it was like, okay, so together, what I'm getting is the divine masculine stabbed the divine feminine in the back while she was kind of sleeping and trying to open up to the possibilities. She left her back vulnerable, and he swooped in and he was like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. And that broke her completely. And now, currently, because I see the high priestess as the divine feminine. All right. So what's happening is the divine feminine is holding her ground. She is making moves behind the scenes, coming into her wholeness. And when she's doing that, she's stepping into her high priestess energy. And that energy is felt between the connection by both of them. Once the divine feminine steps into that high priestess energy, it's all over for the divine masculine. His heart chakra blasts open. That's what it's looking like. Once the divine feminine steps into her high priestess energy, the divine masculine's heart chakra blasts open. And that's why he feels like he's going in two different directions. He's trying to up his game, up his money game, and then come back to the divine feminine. But the divine feminine is advancing. And the more he waits around, the more she advances. And the more he waits around, the more she moves away. So where she used to be the chaser and she used to chase after him no matter what, she was always chasing him. Come on, divine feminine, you know you were chasing him. You know, you sent him long text messages. You sent him multiple text messages. If he didn't answer you in a half hour, you sent him 5 more text messages. You were chasing him, trying to prove that you were worth him, when in all reality, honey, at the time he wasn't worth you. Your divine nature was starting to show through, and he was being sneaky and living in his ego and still fighting with himself. So he stabbed you in the back. And then because he stabbed you in the back, you stepped into your possibilities. You womaned up. You did what you had to do. You went behind the scenes. You put shit on pause to heal yourself and become whole in yourself, so you could step into this high priestess energy. And then he got the message. He got the message that you exist, and now you're in this energy. And he got that message loud and fucking clear and fast. And he didn't just get that message in his heart. He got that message in his mind, in his body, in his soul. He got the message, you're leveling up and you're doing it now. And if he wants to be in your life whatsoever, if he wants to be in her life whatsoever, he got to shape up or ship out. Now, the combining energies are really interesting. And I say this because the combining energies are... All right, so in the recent past, first the divine masculine stabbed the divine feminine in the back. Then the divine feminine stepped into our high priestess energy, and the divine masculine is feeling that. And now the divine masculine is becoming the magician. So they're trying to meet each other as counterparts on a higher level. And that is precisely what is happening. So his soul got the message that she is now in her high priestess energy. She has been healing. She has been working. She's been doing shadow work, inner child healing. You name it, she's been doing it. And it wasn't to heal the connection between the divine masculine and divine feminine. No, it was to heal her. Because there is a bigger purpose in this whole entire connection. And she started to realize that. He is just now realizing the bigger picture. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, the divine masculine stabbed the divine feminine in the back, and then he got upset because he was left out in the cold because he stabbed her in the back, and she held her ground and wasn't letting him, she wasn't letting his addictions run her life. So she said, no, I cannot have you in my life. I cannot have you around me. I'm sorry, you have to go out you have to leave. You have to leave my life. Because I cannot physically stand to have you in my life, because I know that my codependent nature is going to mix with whatever addictions or issues that you have going on with yourself, because the devil is here and he's upside down, which means someone is not currently ready to admit that they have a problem. They're getting ready to admit it, because that high priestess energy is taking over. And once they admit that they have this problem, this addiction, this serious issue in their life that is causing people to run away from them at like Mach 10. Once they realize that, and once they come to terms with that, which is what they have been doing with the ego death, but they're not quite there. Their ego is still dying. They're actually actively fighting against their ego dying. But, oh my goodness. But, what is going on with the twin flame collective spirit? What is going on? Okay. Ooh, someone might be getting married. Yeah, there was shifty behavior going on. Look, we got it again. All right. So this is a divine connection that I am tapped into. I told you I was talking about a twin flame connection from the beginning. I told you this was going to be a twin flame reading. We have got the lovers here, and then we got the lover here. And you want to know what? You're both stepping into a connection that you know in your hearts is true, is real. But at the same time, you're also stepping into that state of surrender. So when I see the shapeshifter, I think of like a witch, or someone who wears multiple roles, like a mother, a daughter, a child, a sister, a cousin, a career woman, a therapist. Like, she holds a chef, Like, this person holds many roles, which in turn makes her or him a shapeshifter. Now, I believe that the divine masculine is stepping into a place where he is realizing that this love for the divine feminine is like nothing else he's ever experienced. And he may be coming forward with a message and a ring. And if he does, honestly, with the shit that he put you through in the past, divine feminine, you can love him from a distance. You don't need to have him in your life unless he is completely changed and is willing to accept responsibility for his actions in the past towards you. If he cannot accept responsibility for his actions in the past towards you, and he cannot accept responsibility for his actions, period, then you need to hold your boundaries, hold them strong, and tell him, come back when you can accept responsibility for your actions, and maybe when you're sober. Because I'm going to be honest with you, lately I've been having to put down the law with people that I cannot have people with active addiction in my life. I just can't do it. I cannot do active addicts. I can do recovering addicts. I can do ex-addicts. I can do non-addicts. I can do any kind of addict except for ones in active addiction, because I am an empath. And being around people in active addiction, I feel their pain. And in order to stop their pain, I will give them money to go get the drugs that they need, because that is why they are in pain. But me being also an empath, I know as a sensitive person that me doing that is enabling them to kill themselves. So instead of doing that, I have learned to say from the beginning of talking to people, if you are in active addiction, I cannot have you in my life. And if at any point in time during our conversation I find out that you lied to me, or that you have been in active addiction the whole entire time that we have been talking, which is also lying, I cut those people off. I cut them off from my life and out of my circle. They no longer get access to me because, listen, you lied. You cannot lie to me. And the reason why I have that boundary so clear to begin with is because I know myself. I know that if someone says, I'm in pain, I'm getting sick, and I can feel the pain and the sickness because I'm an empath, I cannot have them in my life, because I end up with no money. I don't have medicine for me. I end up with no food, and I end up stressed the hell out, and my health issues act up really bad. So honestly, I had to tell my divine masculine that I could not have him in my life. I had to walk away from him. And you want to know what? It was one of the best decisions that I made, because I have spent this entire year working on myself and my healing, and learning who I am and how to love myself. And it's the best thing I have ever done for myself. I'm in therapy. I am healing from a lot of trauma that happened when I was a child. I am growing as a person. I'm writing a book on healing. And I wouldn't have done this, though, if my divine masculine hadn't lied to me. He lied to me in such a way that I I felt betrayed. I felt abandoned. I felt used. I felt discarded and disgusted. Because he lied to me in one of the most fundamental ways. And here's the thing. This is what I tell people. I am one of the last people that you want to lie to. All right. One, I don't give you a reason to lie to me. No one ever has a reason to lie to me. Because I guarantee you, if you lie to me, it will be 10 times worse. Because I guarantee you, I know that you're lying before you ever tell me what you lied about. I guarantee you I know that you're lying. All right? We're just going to put that right there. I guarantee you that I know that you're lying. And you continue to lie. That's on you. But just know I'm watching you, and how you're moving is shady. Ed, also just know that the universe is watching you be shady too. And the universe doesn't like shady motherfuckers. At all. She does not like shady bitches. Alright? You think God is a spiteful, vengeful God? Talk to the universe, the creator of all. The one divine, true creator. The person that created unconditional love also created unconditional hate. What does that mean? Basically, my deep disdain for pedophiles is unconditional hate. Alright? I don't care what condition you try to put on that. I am not gonna like a pedophile because they are a pedophile and they hurt children. I unconditionally hate pedophiles, but I also unconditionally love humans. So while I will tell you that those kind of people deserve to have the worst karma in the world hit them, I also know that I act from a loving place in my heart. And I tend to judge people based on their actions towards me, not what the world tells me that they've done, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, we are to the point where we have got him sitting in a reversed energy, in a reversed King of Cups energy. Alright? He's sitting in a reversed King of Cups energy. While he's over here, he was hanging around. And the knives are about to cut open the cocoon and create the havoc. That's what happened. The knives cut open the cocoon, made him come out of his shell, and created havoc and the turmoil of the ego death. And then now, because he's so confused, he's in the King of Cups energy, but it's reversed. So he's kind of still on a narcissistic he's still on like a narcissistic type vibe, but it's not malicious narcissism, if you understand what I'm saying. Every person has narcissistic traits. Right now, the divine masculine is learning his true existence, and he is being selfish. He is being selfish. He got that message, and now he's being selfish with his existence. And it's okay. Because he doesn't want to lose everything by stepping forward right now. Because he feels that if he steps forward right now, he's going to lose every single chance with the divine feminine. Because he's not quite ready. He's still laying down. He's still over here actively denying that he even has an addiction. And this is the combined energy. So not only is he denying that he has an addiction, the divine feminine's like, he's really not that bad. It's really not that bad of an addiction. He needs to watch porn because that's just how he is. He needs to put that needle in his arm because he'll get sick if he doesn't. And here's the thing. The divine feminine is coming through so strongly in all of this. Her energy is literally holding the connection together by a thread. She still has hope that in the possibilities of true love. And he is her true love. And she has been praying for him to be okay. She has been praying for him to heal. She's been working on herself. She's been seeing the possibilities. She's been gathering her strength. She's been gathering her intuition. She's been gathering her gifts. She's been gathering her money. She's been gathering her time. She's been gathering everything in order to weave a web to create a home out of love and peace. Because she's tired of the chaos. She's tired of the turmoil. She's tired of the backstabbing. She's tired of the lies. She is standing firm in her boundaries and telling him, no, motherfucker, we're not doing this again. We're not going for round 252. You change or no. If you cannot change and come to meet me at my level this time, it is a no. If you cannot let go and put down your addictions, if you cannot put down your sexual addictions, your drug addictions, your other woman, your other person that you have on the side, if you cannot put these things down and let them go, then the divine feminine is saying, then I'm letting you go. Because I love myself more now. To know that loving you is killing me. And loving you through your addictions, loving you through your pain, loving you through your trauma, loving you through your abuse, loving you through all of your triggers. But you couldn't even love me through one shift. You couldn't even love me for one day. You couldn't even love me through my triggers. I had to do this on my own. While still energetically supporting you through learning and your lessons. Where's my energetic support? The divine feminine was like, where's my energetic support? Where's my help? Where's my healing? So instead of asking where it was, she turned around and she made it for herself. She said, I'm done asking where my healing is. I'm done asking where my energetic support is. I'm going to support myself, and I'm going to heal myself, and I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to honor myself, and I'm going to set boundaries, clear boundaries for the way that I deserve to be treated. And if you cannot treat me this way with love and respect and kindness, then you don't deserve to be in my life. And I'm sorry to say that. I love you, but you gotta go. If you can't treat me correctly, I love you, but you have to go. That's not right. So, but here it looks like, now down here, it's looking like the divine masculine is taking a chance. He wants to become the magician, so he's got to step into the fool's role and walk off that ledge. Yeah. That's why she's suppressing stuff, and she's trying to set her burdens down at the foot of the king and say, hey, I need some help carrying these burdens energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. I need some help with these burdens. And if you ain't gonna help me, then again, you need to go. And she's tired of saying this, because at this point, divine masculine, get with the program. You either heal or leave her alone. Either heal and actually actively work on yourself and your healing, or leave your divine feminine alone, because she is healing, and every time you come around you actively break her again. And that's why she's got those boundaries. You're the reason she has those boundaries up. You're the reason she's building this web. You're the reason she's protecting herself. You're the reason why she had to start loving herself and setting boundaries and supporting herself energetically and doing everything for herself. You're the reason why. But you don't want to take responsibility because you ain't even ready to admit that you got a problem. Which is all good. It is what it is. You got a problem though, honey, and you need to admit it before you try to step into her life again. And it looks like you're going to try coming in hot. I don't think that's a good approach. How about come in with a Bluetooth speaker and play a song that you know she loves when you know she's going to be awake, or when you know she's going to hear it, and try playing that in the vicinity of her. Like, if you can, don't be stalker like and like stand outside and like wait and watch and see when she wakes up and then play the music, because that's crazy. Don't do that. But like, if it's like noon and you're pretty sure she's going to be awake, well, play the song outside her window. I'm getting hot. So, whatever it is, whatever I said is hitting a nerve with someone. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get hot. Oh my God. I have tea and then I have ice water. I need some ice water, dude. Oh my God. I suddenly started getting like a major freaking hot flash. Like, it was crazy. Alright. Now, what do we need to know? What card represents the divine masculine in this union? What card represents the divine masculine in this union? Okay. What card represents the divine feminine? See, camels are kind of stubborn too. Like, they will walk a whole entire desert with just the water in their hump. What card represents the divine feminine in this union? Okay. And now, what card represents the connective energy of this divine connection? Because right now, you're not in divine union. You're not in divine union. You're coming towards it because in the future. Because he wouldn't have this here, and then this card wouldn't have been dropped on your side over here. So, like, you guys are coming into divine union. It's just not currently a state of being for you both right now. You're both separated. You're in separation. But you're in the part of separation where the divine feminine is healing. She's no longer chasing. She's no longer running. She has shifted her energy into herself. And she's healing. And that's a beautiful place to be. Yeah. And your combined energies are, you're going to want to show off each other. Yep. Or show off for each other. Either way. All right. Let's get one last card here. It's going to be an Awakening Intuition Guidance card. And because I can't really shuffle these correctly, I have to do it like this. And see if a card will pop out. All right. So we've got 2. Okay. Explore divination tools. You're here, you're watching a freaking YouTube tarot reading. Tarot is divination. So, 33. Explore divination tools. Divination tools such as oracle cards can complement your sixth sense, yet they aren't necessary to access the 4 main psychic pathways: hearing, seeing, knowing, and feeling guidance that exist within you. Play with divination tools to enhance or explore your intuition while remembering that you are a divination tool yourself. Number 61, glean possibilities, not predictions. Use your sixth sense to explore your options regarding an issue. While some relationships and experiences may be fated, many more are dynamic, involving greater choice, flexibility, and freedom. Life happens organically due to collective shifts in individual free will. Not everything can be predicted. Co-create the future by taking a calculated, healthy risk. All right. Listen. You already know. The divine masculine is over here being stubborn. The divine feminine is remembering everything. And then together, once you hit that union state, once the divine masculine realizes that his healing is what's going to activate a loving place in his heart towards the divine feminine again. Because right now he's mad at her because she has boundaries. He's mad at her because she loves herself. And that's a silly reason to be mad at someone. He's mad at her because she said, I can't heal you. You have to heal on your own. I've been healing on my own. You need to do it too. And I can't help you because you're bringing me down a path that I don't want to go. And it's a path of self-destruction. And I'm not taking that road. I've been down there before. I know what this path looks like. And I'm not going to continue to go down it with you. So either heal or stay the fuck out of my life. Don't come back again. And he's mad because she said that. Now, was she blunt about it? Probably. Did they fight about it? More than likely. Did he probably say some really hurtful shit to divine feminine? Almost definitely. Because he's mad. And when divine masculine gets mad, he says horrible, nasty, hurtful stuff. And then he tries to apologize for it later. But he was stuck in his narcissism and wanted to hurt her like she was trying to hurt him. But she wasn't trying to hurt him. She was trying to save herself. And that's what he never realizes. So hopefully the divine masculine has seen this video. And hopefully the divine feminine has seen this video. Girl, hold strong on your boundaries. And dude, stop being mad at her for having boundaries and loving herself. Grow up. Love yourself. Heal yourself. Stop putting all the blame on other people, man. Tell your ego to take a freaking break. You were trying to kill it back at the beginning, and now you're just like, And you expect this magical love to just come through, but it's not going to come through if you don't put the work in on yourself. Because she's not going to settle for anything less. It's not going to happen this time. And because she's seen the patterns. Alright. Thank you guys for tuning in, staying throughout the whole thing. And as always, if you stayed down for the ride and you caught my vibe and you want to be part of my tribe, please like, share, comment, subscribe below, And as always, you guys know I love you, and peace.